how to use Vertec with an MCP server. Let's take a look at current capabilities related to AI and specifically related to MCP servers. Right, so what we're looking at now is a specific development instance of Vertec. This one is connected to the newly developed MCP server, and we will talk to this instance through a third-party chat interface. We'll try to write data into it, and we'll also try to extract data out of it. So, as our AI client, we're using Claude Desktop by Anthropic, and well, let's go right ahead. I do know that my Google Calendar has a meeting for the project Vinco. It took place at some point last week. I don't know exactly when, and we'll try to extract it out of the Google Calendar and have it written into Vertec as a service entry. So let's go ahead and do this. At my Google Calendar, find the latest Vinco project meeting. Create a service entry in Vertec. Alright, so the AI client will now connect to two services, one being my Google Calendar, trying to look up the meeting. Hopefully it'll find the meeting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, January 14th, 10 to 1, 3 hours. And if things go according to plan, we should see a service entry in Vertec without touching Vertec. Alright, we're looking for the Vinco project. Okay, that sounds pretty good. We'll go back into Vertec to verify, obviously. Okay, let's see. I like this specific use case because I didn't even tell the client when this meeting took place. It's just the latest. I don't need to know the specifics. The system can go look it up. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Right, searching objects. Going into the search for users. Okay. I have all the information I need. The meeting was on January 14th from 10 to 1, which is 3 hours. Let me create the service entry for this meeting. I'll use the meet service type. Perfect, which seems most appropriate. Yep, I agree. I need to know which user to create the service for, since you haven't specified. Okay. Yeah, the user we want to create this service entry for is Keller. And we should soon see a service entry mapped to the user Christoph Keller. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, it's about to create an object. That will be the service entry. Okay, excellent. Now, two ways to check this in Vertec. One would be just to switch over to the web app, but a feature we are very happy with right now is the ability to just click this link and jump right into Vertec. Okay, it did open a new tab. I was logged into the to the primary view, but it did open this. Right, it went right into the service entry. Perfect. Okay, 14th of January, 3 hours, Vinco meeting in Zurich. That I know for a fact that that is the title of the calendar entry, so that's perfect. The fee is there. Perfect. Lovely. Let's have a look in here, just for the overview. Okay, we can see it right there. Vinco meeting in Zurich. Excellent. Right, that was the first use case. Let's try to extract some data out of Vertec and see if we can pull it into this AI chat. We'll focus on business intelligence data, and let's go ahead and try this. I'm looking for BI data of Q4 2025. Show me the least profitable projects. Okay, so there is an MCP tool that allows the server to go and use BI data, and we should see BI mentioned in here. Okay, yeah. Listing BI measures, excellent. And there is a specific one called margin contributed. All right. Perfect. I have the Q4 2025 profitability data. Here are the least profitable projects from Q4 ranked by contribution margin. Right, let's have a look. Least profitable projects. Okay, so we see project codes, descriptions, contribution margin in Swiss francs. Yeah, it's not looking good from a financial point of view, but it is looking good from an MCP point of view. Let's check the key findings. 22 active projects. I know for a fact that that is the correct number, so that's good. All of them show negative contribution margins. Okay, that wasn't a good quarter. Total losses. No service turnover. Orders appear to be unbilled and written off. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Let's see if we can come up with an answer to this one. What's the total amount of unbilled services at the moment? Let's see how bad things are. Okay, going back to using a BI measure. Commenced work unbilled as of today. Total unbilled. Okay, that's almost 1 million. Okay, and we get it split by project. Oh, that's the top 10. Excellent. Okay. Right. Very good. Okay, so we got BI data out of Vertec, which is fantastic. We could obviously use this data and push it somewhere else in order to merge it with other data if necessary, but that's good for now. I want to focus onto one specific project, and we'll just ask the client to summarize the status of project Trasta. Let's see what the client can fetch from Vertec. Okay, detailed project information. Now we do know a lot of things about projects in Vertec, obviously, so this should be a good one for the MCP server. Okay, getting financial details. Yeah, that should be handy. Recent services and activities. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Project summary. It is active, created October 22nd. Perfect. We can once again use the link to see the details. Actually, let's just do this, just to double check. Okay, Trasta entered on. Yeah, that's the right date. Project is active. Migration to Microsoft Azure. Let's see what else Claude found out. 4 active phases. Right, okay. Since those exist in German, we do see the German descriptions here. Financial overview. Alright, total hours worked. Okay, now, this is interesting. Critical issues. No revenue has been invoiced to date. Okay, negative contribution margin. Significant unbilled work needs to be invoiced, right? Okay. Activity, 12 service entries. The most recent one, just a few days ago. Research consulting. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's ask it one last question. I do remember there was an issue, some kind of migration issue. Let's see if Claude can pull up more about this. I remember an issue about migration work. Was it about? I think it had to do with migration. Let's see. While it's doing this, let's check the project phases. All right, yeah, that's 4 of them. Perfect. Yeah, it's taking the right route here. It's looking for activities. Obviously, it needs to read activity details to find the right answer to my question. Okay. Migration issue. Issue found. SharePoint migration technical problems in June of 2025. Okay. SharePoint migration is not going well. Okay. Okay, seems like it's even translating the activity detail here. The title of the activity is in German, but the details are provided in English. That's fantastic. We found a workaround solution. Summary. Okay, technical problems. Perfect. So, it was able to find what I was looking for. I didn't know exactly when it was reported or what it was about, but it did go and find content about this issue. Very helpful.